I feel like we were living it out as much as possible before ever being invited to any level of position.
It was natural, like my church life had always just been invitation. Like you meet people and then I remember being invited to team. It wasn't a formal invite. It was just like, oh, hey, as we're chatting, do you want to help me tear down these chairs?
Right.
When Vanessa and I started dating at the end of my first year of university, she invited me to come to church with her. It was a C3 church in Calgary. And I just remember hearing a message about a God that was relevant to my life.
And it was really cool because we got to grow there together. We started serving together just off of someone's invitation. Someone just asked if we wanted to jump on the cafe team. So we said yes. We had zero experience, but got trained from the ground up. And ever since then, just kept intentionally saying yes.
Just different moments, invited to a youth and young adult evening service that we started to get involved in there.
That's where we met Pastor Sam and Jess.
That was where we
at
met
that youth and
Pastor
young adult
Sam and Jess.
service.
I remember this so vividly. We were at the AGO, and then Pastor Sam saw me leave, and he chased me down the hallway. And he said, "Jerry, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just came to church, man. I love this church. I've been coming for the last few weeks, but I don't live here." And I was like, "Well, you should." And then I was like, "We should meet for coffee." I came into the city from Belleville, and he said, "Listen, man, I want you to be part of this. Let's do this." And he invited me, and I'm like, "But what about work? And what about, my job?" And he's like, "Well, it's okay. You can find a new one. You can give your notice and be part of this." And I'm like, "This is it. No one, this is what I've been praying, so I'm going to do it."
A pivotal moment actually for me was at the AGO as well. We were only there for 4 Sundays, I think, right?
Yeah.
And that's when it clicked to me, like God's done something. He's
So
freed
good.
me from something in my life. Now it's time to do something with my life and bring freedom to other people. And so the next day, Pastor Sam called and said, "I think you need to run a Connect group." So I started doing that at Aroma Saturday mornings, 10 a.m.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, and that was it. My prayer life came alive praying for those girls. I
Wow.
had 10 girls in my group, and I just wrote all their names down in my journal, and I prayed for them every day because I had no idea what else to do.
We attended a C3 Global gathering in Kuala Lumpur in August 2011. And there was an altar call moment at that conference where Pastor Phil was inviting people to come to the front if they felt like they were meant to be involved in a church plant in the coming 2 years. We literally shot out of our seats and ran to the front.
And then just, that reality of we don't know where we're going, but I think that God wants to use us, so we'll say yes.
Pastor Sam always kind of hinted, hey, there's more for us. There's more that we're called to do. And even especially when we were dating, like our union, there was something special about us coming together. And so I kind of knew something was coming, and so we got married. And
We got married in October.
We found out we were pregnant with Janie.
June, we found out we were pregnant.
And the week later,
No,
what?
it was the week before.
Week before,
Yeah.
before we went for dinner, and he's like, "So, how about being location pastors?" And Katie's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Should we think about this first?" And
When they sat down with us and then they said, "Hey, we would love for you guys to come with us to plant a church in Toronto."
I remember them saying, "What do you think?" We just said, "Yes." They're like, "What is wrong with you? You need to talk about
This
it."
is
And
a big decision. Go pray about it,
like,
consider what you're
we don't take it lightly.
for.
We're going to move. We're like, right.
it was kind of a no-brainer. We didn't even have to pray about it. We just said yes.
It was a natural next step.
It was kind of like, oh, somebody else sees something on my life that I don't see. So I'm going to trust that more than all of these insecurities that are telling me I probably shouldn't be the guy for this.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think what was special that we didn't see is he saw it in us, Pastor Sam.
Yeah.
That he saw us becoming this.
Yes.
And I think that started to stir up the belief and the faith that, I guess, God is calling us to this, and that was the next step. So that was key.
If God can use us, he can use anyone.
Right.
We aren't extraordinary, special people. We're just people that made a really intentional yes. And so I think that can be anyone's journey.